Hey folks, welcome along to lesson 53, review lesson 53. So this morning I feel called to light a candle, and this is for all your intentions, whatever they may be. So I have this lit for you. So let's take a moment and drop in and see what those intentions might be for this day. So gently closing your eyes down and just drop your awareness down to your heart. Resting your awareness in your heart. Just allow your heart to soften. Sometimes thinking about someone we really love is a beautiful way to soften the heart. Or a being that we love. It could be a pet. And just feel your heart soften and open. And just with your heart softened and opened, see what intention is there for this day. What is it that you long for on this day? That you desire or you crave? Or perhaps you have an intention for others, for another, to send love and light to someone this morning. Perhaps an intention for world peace. But whatever that is, just become really present to it right now. And as you breathe in, fortify that intention. And as you breathe out, let go of any blocks, anything that prevents this intention from being a knowing, felt sense for you. Just another moment or two being with this intention. And then gently turning our attention to our morning daily offering. So we begin this day in gratitude and we open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask love to lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We welcome joy, fun, and abundant prosperity. We recognize that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with a peaceful heart that is anchored in the truth that we are one, we are love, and we are free. And we release these words, and so we let it be. So, lesson 53. So, our thoughts for this lesson are: 1, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear. God did not create a meaningless world, or love did not create a meaningless world. My thoughts are images that I have made. So let's explore each of these ideas a little bit deeper, and then we'll take them into a meditation. So my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. Since the thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything, the world that pictures them can have no meaning. What is producing this world is insane, and so is what it produces. Reality, which is love, is not insane, and I have real thoughts as well as insane ones. I can therefore see a real world if I look to my real thoughts as my guide for seeing. So once more, we're asked to dismiss the very surface level thoughts that we had, the ones that are on rinse and repeat and going around constantly, and to know that beneath those, there are very, very loving thoughts that are one with love. So it goes on to say, I am upset because I see a meaningless world. So insane thoughts are upsetting. So most of us feel some level of anxiety or angst or stress on a daily basis. And a lot of this is because of our thoughts. So they're upsetting. They produce a world in which there is no order anywhere. Only chaos rules a world that represents chaotic thinking, and chaos has no laws. So you only have to switch on the television and watch the news to see the kind of chaos that we're talking about. I cannot live in peace in such a world. I am grateful that this world is not real and that I do not need to see it unless I choose to value it. And I do not choose to value what is totally insane and has no meaning. So really taking time to consider what it is you value and what it is that you want to rest your awareness on. Because remember, where mind goes, chi flows. So wherever we place our intention, that energy grows. So, if our intention is on the chaos, we see and get more chaos. It goes on then to a meaningless world engenders fear. Well, of course, if we're focused on all of this, we're going to feel a lot of fear. So the totally insane or crazy, whatever word you want to use, engenders fear because it is completely undependable. And this is really important. It chops and changes and shifts all the time and offers no grounds for trust. Nothing in madness is dependable. It holds out no safety and no hope. But such a world is not real. So you're familiar, and I may have mentioned it in another lesson, with the Shakespearean phrase, and all the world a stage and we the players on it. So we are in this great play, in this great Leela, and we have given it the illusion of reality, and we have suffered from our belief in it. Now I choose to withdraw this belief. So I'm going to recognize that it's a play and I'm in the play and I play parts in the play. But we're just going to recognize that it is a play. And I'm going to place my trust in reality, in the dependability of love, the constancy of love. In choosing this, I will escape all the effects of the world of fear because I am acknowledging that it does not exist. So I am acknowledging that the stuff that goes on in my mind does not exist, and my mind projects what I see out there. So God did not create a meaningless world. How can a meaningless world exist if God did not create it? God is the source of all meaning, and everything that is real is in God's mind. It is in my mind too, because God created it with me. Why should I continue to suffer from the effects of my own insane thoughts when the perfection of creation is my home? So let me remember the power of my decision and recognize where I really abide. So, we were given free will, so we can play as long as we want and as much as we want in this world of illusions, and we don't have to judge any of it. However, much of it may cause us to suffer and feel uncomfortable. And it's that suffering that often has us turn about and look for something more, for something better, and for something more constant. And that is when we turn back to love and we begin that journey of return. Like Marianne Williamson says, return to love. So the final one is, my thoughts are images that I have made. Whatever I see reflects my thoughts. So we think it's out there, but it's happening in here and then it's been projected out there. So whatever I see reflects my thoughts. So if there's war in my mind, I see war in the world. It is my thoughts that tell me where I am and what I am. The fact that I see a world in which there is suffering and loss and death shows me that I'm seeing only the representation of my insane thoughts and not allowing my real thoughts to cast their beneficent light on what I see. Yet God's way is sure. The images I have made cannot prevail against God because it is not my will that they do so. My will is God's, and I will place no other gods before the only God. And of course, the only God is love. And where it says, I place no other gods, whatever we are paying attention to, whatever we're giving most of our attention to becomes our false God. It's what we have on our altar. And what we're wanting to have on our altar is love and only love. And so if you're giving all your time and attention to fear, then you're making fear your God, if that makes sense. So we're going to take this into meditation. I'm just going to read over each one again. And we're just going to spend a few moments contemplating them. And of course, once more, you'll take these through your day today and you might revisit them again this evening. So my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. And I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear, so it causes me to feel anxious, stressed. And God did not create this meaningless world. This meaningless world is being created by me and my thoughts. And then the final one, my thoughts are images that I have made. So we're going to just very gently relax into becoming aware of what this means for us in our everyday life and how we might grow to trust in love and to let go of such strong involvement in the play of life. So gently closing your eyes down and turning inwards. Perhaps paying attention to your breath for a moment or two as you come into stillness and quietness. When you're ready, just gently bring your awareness back to the screen. And, I feel called to say once more that, don't worry if you're not getting all of this. We're not meant to get it all at once. And this is a gradual undoing of a very established way of thinking. So, just be easy on yourself, be gentle on yourself, and allow these ideas to continue to wash over you and, to create new neural pathways and new ways of looking at the world. So from my heart to yours, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.